Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Saturday vlog. We're gonna do some stuff, deploying an application, and yeah, as always, I'm in Geneva. Luckily, a sunny Saturday, and we have to find some coffee, some coffee shop. And yeah, by the way, what kind of coffee do you like? If you drink coffee, because I've been working with software developers as well that they don't drink coffee. I mean, I have some friends as well. I've been working with a few developers. IT, software engineer, don't drink coffee. This is kind of crazy for me. Software engineer supposed to drink coffee. I'm joking, but yeah, for coding better, you're supposed to drink coffee. So yeah, write in the comment. Alright, so this is a side topic for that video. I've been talking with a friend the other day, and he's a known coder, non-software engineer, and he said that I have a perfect job compared to others, like for example constructions, because I'm in a clean environment and I don't have any issues when it rains, when it's windy. I'm sitting in front of a PC, it sounded like that's an easy job compared to other people's job, and well paid. And for some sides, for some things, it's true. That means that, of course, when I was a kid and I've been living in Italy, I did some sort of dirty jobs with yeah, some in a respectful way. I would say that, but of course, working in I mentioned construction because this is one of the common also jobs. There are a lot of jobs that you cannot work in remote. You have to be outside, you get your feet and hands dirty. But for some side, working as a software engineer is a clean job in terms of environment, logistically speaking. But there are some downsides, and I don't want to list all of them because this is part of another topic, but you can feel one of them, for example, in the morning when you wake up, and that's my case. I feel like a back pain. Like I wake up and I say, okay, I spent like 10 hours coding yesterday, and this is a proof that you're working as a software engineer, and this is one of the downsides in the list. So yeah, this is something that I'm curious to know what you think, your thoughts about that. So it's an healthy job being a software engineer, or you have a lot of downsides that maybe people cannot feel, cannot see. But this is one thing about being a software engineer. It's not a very healthy job because yeah, mental pressure can have mental issues, anxiety, depressions. Yeah, but it's okay. Let's not talk about negative points of being a software engineer. Let's talk positive. Let's think positive. We have to spread positivity in that field because it's not easy. So let's think about positive points about being a software engineer. And where am I? Because there is 1, 4, 5, 6 directions. Look at this. I don't know that park actually, because I know that direction, but yeah, where should I go? Down there? I don't know that. And that's exactly in the life. You have a lot of choices and you have to make the good ones. I've been building a few applications in the past, and I had to choose a service where to deploy them. I have deployed like 6 applications for the back end and the front end, because I have 2 versions of Dev Connector. Front end, the first version of Dev Connector and second versions, so with the React application. So I deployed the server and the front end part. Well, for having 6 applications in production, the service charged me with no extra taxes, like $4.83, so under $5. The service is for free. Like they offer you until, if you go beyond $5, yeah, they will charge you the extra money for putting your applications in production. Yeah, free services. I'm not looking for free services because it's not an issue and shouldn't be one for you either, because you should pay what you deploy. But it's very, very awesome. It's very kind from the service I'm using for having like 6 applications in production, and they charge me like $4.83, and yeah, if you don't reach $5, they don't charge you anything extra. So I've got those 6 applications with the basic 1 CPU, because you also have to consider how many CPUs you are deploying your service. So if you use a basic service of 1 CPU, they basically don't charge you anything. I think you can also reach 8 applications, but it depends also, yeah, the complexity of your applications. So this is nice, it's pretty kind from the basic service that they will offer you $5 for deploying your application. So 6 applications, $4.87. The other day I received email, they won't charge you anything. This is pretty kind, and I will reveal the video while I'm doing the code with you then in the cafeteria, deploying a basic Spring Boot application backend. So we will create from start Spring IO with the web MVC dependency for the Maven and Spring Boot 3 application, and we will deploy it on the service. And you will see it's pretty simple. The Docker file, TOML configuration file where you can define or not the builder, and yeah, we can deploy an application in minutes. So it's not easy, and this is one of the current issues I'm having, and is to find a good a coffee shop where to work, because a lot of them in the city, they are loud in terms of music. So it's very difficult to find. And Boréal is one of my favorite ones, because yeah, aside from the fact that they have amazing coffee, but this is not a loud environment, especially if you put yourself in the corner. So I like to work down there with my laptop. So not only I have to struggle to find a good coffee shop where to work with no loud music, but that time I've also struggled to find a seat, so there was no seat inside. A lot of students, I think, because it's very close to a university, so there were a lot of students working with their laptops, so yeah. But it's a sunny, so I can go outside. I have to hopefully find a spot under a tree or something in the park, and yeah, continuing that. So yeah, I didn't expect that to have a Boreal coffee full of. I think the sun is moving, so I don't want to stay under the sun. I have to move fast. Fixing the tripod here for the best camera view. All right, so the first thing you have to do, so the first thing I have to do now is to connect my hotspot. Okay, I will never find my hotspot. Oh, there it is. Should probably control a bit better my light here, because 60. All right, so yeah, it's very hard to control that lens from Sony because I have 1.8 aperture. The service I'm using is Fly.io, and I'm sure you know very well seeing tutorials and structures on Udemy or on YouTube. And the final part of each tutorial is deploying the applications. So I'm sure you have seen the guy deploying the applications on Fly.io. So make sure you got an account and look at this. So current month so far, I have 3 applications. Blockstarter app, Roughfire, this is a random name generated by the Fly launch command from your terminal. $1.64, so I didn't even reach $4 or $5 or $3, but they won't charge you anything. for that month. So make sure you have fly.io also installed in your terminal, and you can easily find instructions for installing flyctl. Yeah, it's brew install flyctl that will give you access to your commands via the terminal for your fly for macOS, Linux, Windows. You can also install via curl fly.io docs installing flyctl. So before I use the flyctl command, but you can also only write fly and then launch or deploy whatever. Just create a basic to-do app, very simple. Only install web MVC dependency, download it, open in your IntelliJ or favorite code editor, and create a controller package and create hello controller. This is very simple, guys. The public class hello controller only have the @rest controller annotation from the web annotation, and a get mapping. So just create then inside the function public string, so the function that returns a string hello, and return a hello from Spring Boot with a get mapping. So this will be the basic. That means that when we land on the application, basically we have this hello word returning on the web page, so we don't have any other additional. And I also want to seize the opportunity to talk about the AI assistant included in IntelliJ, in my case, in the Ultimate Edition. When you start typing something, it looks like a co-pilot, but you don't have to ask anything. Like, all right, so what exactly fly launch will ask you? I removed my fly toml file, so that way the commands recognize that there is no fly configuration yet. It will ask you the name of the application, the organization, detected a Docker file, because if you don't have a Docker file, you can also use the native builder of fly, and a few native builder you can find it on Paketo build packs. So you have to include the builder in your configuration. I will put yes, and it will open actually a link. I will copy my link in my browser, and they will ask you for a name, an organization, a region. In that case, the server is in Paris. Yeah, services Power 8080, shared CPU 1 GB, app bucket disabled, no Redis, no Sentry logs. The name is it's an app name random chosen for you. Confirm settings, and yeah, if we go on the dashboard, you have your application. Okay, you need in a Docker file a builder. This is from Maven image. I choose the 384 OpenJDK 17 Slim. Then you copy your necessary files like source, the POM. You run clean package selecting the file, like run command in Docker file Maven -f, the POM, clean package, skip tests or not skip tests. Then you choose the basic Docker file. So you have to optimize Docker image for Java applications, and you choose OpenJDK 17 Alpine. It is a very small image when putting in production. And then you have to copy from the Maven builder the necessary file to deploy. In this case is in the app target. So in my case it's called the simple demo fly.io 001 snapshot.jar in the app service folder of your Docker file. You create a work directory. This is called app service. You expose the port 8080 and then you choose an entry point. This is like your final command, and you put in brackets a Java, then -jar, and then your file.jar to execute. You don't have to do anything in your fly.toml unless you want to specify a native builder. In that case, you won't have a Docker file because you will use the builder native of the service you're using. So in that case, it's fly.toml. Then you have a fly deploy, and just want to create another controller in that case because I already did it one test, and this will be like a path of world fly.deploy, and we will be able to deploy this in less than a minute, I think. Machine update succeeded. First step, then checking. Yeah, it's even taking longer than before, and now we have done 345 megabytes of image deployed on fly.io. Let's put the light as before, the aperture at 8, otherwise there's too much light going in the lens. The application, it's one CPU deployed on fly.io. Yeah, let's test the controller. And hello from Springbird. World from Hello World path, okay. Yeah, I wanted to write hello world. Okay, yeah, so that's it, guys. Okay, the only thing that I personally don't find nice on the fly.io documentation, that there is only Java missing documentations, but you have some blogs and Stack Overflow threads that explain you building your Java application and deploy it on fly.io. But it remains for me one of the best service on market. All right, the coffee is over, the video as well, and I'm sorry for the too much talking for just this simple tutorial and video, but I like to include a very simple process of doing something in my videos, not very complex and touching too much topics in one single video. So yeah, that was it, and the rest will be discussions and exploring, as always, Geneva. Alright, so the sun is moving now, so it should end this video soon, and I completely forgot to ask you that for that video, because we're talking about deployment and services. Which one is the best service you would choose today for deploying your applications? I know that after the announcement from Roku to drop the free plan, a lot of people start to check for other services, free of course, and not more expensive than Roku. So Roku was one of the best choices out there, especially when building Node.js applications. So which is the service you would choose today? Stay tuned, I'll catch you in the next one. Workspace is huge. They have a cafeteria inside, and I think 1 or 2 extra floors. Okay, so I don't want to reveal anything for the next video, so stay tuned, guys. Just have to go grabbing my car, so I left it charging in a parking, and yeah, thank you guys for staying with me again, and catch you in the next video.